All right, guys, like I mentioned in the studio, we're going to go through my truck here, and I'm going to give you guys an idea of some of the items I like to keep in my truck on a daily basis, just for vehicle preparedness, vehicle readiness. So let's get into it. We'll start right here on the driver's side. I'm just going to dismount the camera from the tripod. So you'll have to forgive the messiness. I did not clean up or do any special pre-staging for this. This is literally just the way my truck is. So right up here, I have a window scraper and brush because, as you can see, it is winter. So up here I have just a piece of nylon webbing with a tri-glide on there. I just have that there as a hasty tourniquet should I need it. That's just been there for a few years, so I just leave it there. So I'll step in here. All right, so right here I just have like a little center console, little bottle of water there for later, empty cup of coffee I finished earlier, thing of carb cleaner in case I need that, little thing of hand sanitizer. Like I said, this is like everyday stuff. Couple of notepads over here. One of those notepads I use to log and track vehicle maintenance that I do. Set of hearing protection there. I always just leave that there. I think there's like a little stick of jerky under there and a couple of 20 gauge shells, just random stuff. This is that's like the everyday section of the truck. Right there you can see I have like a little Bushnell Bluetooth speaker, so I can listen to some tunes through my phone on that thing, just because my radio kind of works, and the only stations I get with the old radio is AM, so I like to listen to modern tunes. Call me spoiled, whatever you want. All right, back there I just have a couple of rags, just like check my oil every once in a while, wipe the oil off on the rag, and then recheck the oil type thing. You just never know what you need or when you're going to need an old rag, especially in an older truck. So right there, that is my grab and go bag for my truck gun. If you guys are curious about my truck gun concepts, I have a truck gun concepts video that I will link in the description below. I don't leave that in there all the time, just like I don't leave my carbine in the truck all the time. I'll show you guys my carbine in a little bit. What I will do is I will put that there, and I'll put my carbine behind the seat when I'm about to leave, go do something, and then when I get home, I will put it away. I do not leave lethal force implements in my vehicle, so that's just my own rule of thumb. Over there, I have a little fire extinguisher. Never know when that might come in handy. I have definitely driven by people on the highway before, and this happened when I was in the Navy. I was stationed in San Diego, and I was driving to Las Vegas to go see my girlfriend at the time. And while I was on the highway in the desert, I saw a vehicle on the side of the road with a small fire going, and I didn't have a fire extinguisher or anything to help, so there was really nothing I could do. So ever since then, I've always kept a fire extinguisher in my vehicle. So all right, so I'll slide over here, and I will take a look at what I keep in the glove compartment. Like I said, this is not pre-staged. This is just the everyday stuff I keep in here. All right, so on top, I've got a few napkins. I've got a thing of silver seal for my radiator in case I'm on the road and my radiator starts leaking. A couple of fixed blade knives. You never know when you're going to need a fixed blade knife. What I use these for more often than not is, let's say I go to the dump with a lawn and leaf bag full of leaves and stuff, like in the fall. You're not really supposed to leave your plastic bag behind in like the lawn and leaf pile. So I'll just use those to slash open a lawn and leaf bag or whatever. Never know when you need a fixed blade. So one is none, two is one. Like I said, this is a bit of a mess. A bunch of spare fuses. I should actually keep that a little bit more organized. I'll just put the fuses over in this corner. Yay for that. All right, so a bunch of spare fuses, spare blinker bulb. I just replaced one of my blinker bulbs. They come in packs of 2, so I just put the spare in there. As you can see back there, I have a tire checker. I have a bunch of glow sticks. Just never know when you might need a glow stick. Those are always handy. All right. This is actually a spare ballast resistor. This is the old ballast resistor. I noticed that a piece of it cracked off, but it wasn't failing yet. And this is just something that I leave in my glove compartment, just because it hasn't failed yet. It's old, it's weathered, it's worn. But if my new one breaks for whatever reason, these old 77 Dodge pickups will not run if this ballast resistor breaks. It's like a gigantic fuse. So I just keep the spare there just in case I need it. More fuses, a lighter down there because fire is good. Yay for fire. And then this is actually the gas nozzle to my spare gas can that I keep in the back. I will show you that in a little bit. More fuses. I'm kind of a fuse junkie. And a bit of a mess down there, but I do have, from what I can see, a spare power cable. I have a gap checker for checking spark plug gaps. I have that kind of dummy corded, along with a spare handcuff key. You never know when you're going to need a handcuff key. Like I said, this is a bit of a mess, but it's real. You know what I mean? And this is just a device to check if your coolant is still okay. So my dad gave that to me. All right, so I'll shove all this stuff back in here, kind of orderly. Put the napkins on top because that's like the most likely thing to be used when I need to open that thing up.